There we go. All right, what's up? It's Red Star Videos coming at you with a live stream, sort of impromptu. We're just chilling on a Saturday night, and we're gonna talk about what, the Fyre Festival.
Yeah, basically, Ja Rule outed himself as a comrade because it turns out festival was his euphemism for a gulag, basically.
For a gulag, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people are experiencing what I think the Germans called Schadenfreude, which I probably pronounced wrong, which is going to suck
Yeah.
because I'm going to be going to Germany soon. So German comrades, don't crucify me on that. But from what I understand, it's your concept of laughing at someone else's misfortune. And there's been a lot of that on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Basically, so for those of you that don't know what happened, provided you're not on social media already, basically, a rapper named Ja Rule and some other few people, I forgot who they were, tried to host this massive music festival, Fyre Festival, and basically the advertising for it was like the most pretentious stuck-up thing ever. A bunch of famous Instagram models all partying around. Like, I'm not against, like, showing really hot models for something for your advertisement. I mean, like, you are basically trying to use sex sells, but I'm not going to slut shame them. But it's obviously great to.
On the other hand, it is objectification.
Yeah, it's objectification, definitely, and it's sex sells. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not slut shaming the actual models themselves.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, there's going to be women in bikinis on an island, but the fact that they were ultra famous and there was just so many of them, so many close-up shots, they're just trying to attract a bunch of horny guys in, especially ones that are rich, because I think the models they were using were like pretty famous, and they were also advertising, a private island and all that in the Bahamas or something. And it turns out when everyone
said it was Escobar's island, which I don't think that's true, but
Escobar's and Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, he owned his own private island off the off the east coast of the States, I think, somewhere around there, and that's where because that was for his operation, smuggling all the coke into the States. He had like tons and tons of coke going through this island, but I don't think they actually ended up, or maybe it was the same place. I don't know, because basically the story is this young yuppie kid meets Ja Rule because he likes rap, so that means he just meets someone. Obviously, he was just rich, I think. And they flew to this island. They're like, "Oh, this island's so beautiful. Let's have a music festival in there. Don't worry about the fact that it doesn't have enough facilities or infrastructure for that sort of thing. We'll just kind of make it make it up as we go along, I guess."
Right.
Basically, how it all screwed up. They're like, "Oh, wait a minute. We would have to put everything there ourselves."
Pretty much.
Didn't have time to do it.
Yeah. And basically, when it's the entire ad was just basically rich kid bait, especially like trust fund rich kids. From what I understand, the prices for the tickets were like super jacked up and really high. And apparently, BuzzFeed, in a very rare moment of clarity for that rag, apparently tried to say that the entire thing was going to be a disaster and one of their typical clickbait stuff. Although, like, to everyone's fairness, it's not like anyone really trusts that BuzzFeed clickbait stuff. But it turns out those bastards were actually right. And because when the rich kids start getting on their planes and stuff, they begin to realize things go completely wrong. For example, their private jet. No, it's just actually economy class. You know how like normal people fly, and for them it was practically mass horror. And then they get on the island, and basically it's like nothing. The artists weren't even there. There was barely anything. I think one of my favorite lines from them was everyone saying that the gourmet cuisine was really just a cheese sandwich or some shit.
Yeah, like 2 slices of bread with processed cheese and a little salad.
Yeah, that's not like not horrific. I mean, I'll probably have that
No, but
tonight for dinner.
that's where it's just funny. It's just funny that they were
Yeah.
promised gourmet food and they got that.
Yeah. Although the fact that they were reacting to it, like, I can understand you pay for something a lot and you just get that shit, but like, I don't know. For a lot of these people, they probably thought they were being fed slave food or something. Right. And basically, everyone just decided to BTFO. They started canceling plane tickets, and I think some people aren't getting refunds. That might change when I get new news, but I think people aren't getting refunds, aren't they?
No, they said they were.
Well, if they are, that's good. But like, who am I kidding? It's probably their daddy's money anyway.
The organizer apparently promised it, but I don't know.
I know. And like, the entirety of the leftist meme community is going like, we're just like laughing out hard at this because it was a really sketchy festival that's just blatant pandering, and despite all the signs that it was wrong, I mean, if I were one of them, I would have at least checked to make sure the bands were actually performing and didn't have conflicting interests, and before I decided to do anything about it. And they basically just fell for a scam. And now a lot of people are saying, oh, you leftists are acting also high and mighty. Imagine what they must feel like. And not everyone there was a super rich kid. And I'm just going to say this. To the people who were like really average Joes and just making normal money and got suckered, I feel sorry for them, kind of. They probably wanted to engage in a petty bourgeois indulgence or whatnot, and this was probably their own hardcore earned money, and yeah, for them this is a far more scary situation. It feels a lot more closer to home and whatnot. But I have no real respect for like the ultra rich people who weren't really even spending their own money on this, people like who we expect to be smart with their money because they have large sums of it, but we remember people who have larger sums of money tend to be fools with it. And it's just nice remembering that the elite is just way worse when it comes to managing their finances than the average person. So yeah, I don't exactly have much sympathy, especially when all of them are acting like it's the worst thing ever, which I agree, it's probably going to be like some sort of inconvenience, but like for the average person, this was probably a lot more closer to home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I'm laughing. I think from now on we should call gulags festivals and just trick all the rich Instagram kids to go there, and then we'll just expropriate their wealth while they're gone. Like, the only thing that would have made this 10 times better is if the neighboring Cuban government had to all come and bail them out because Trump forgot where the Bahamas was. And he probably sent to liberate them on Taiwan or something. Yeah, just like Cuban relief force, like helping out a bunch of rich kids. That would have been the final nail in the coffin. C'est la vie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and while this is going on, Flint is still in deep shit, and nobody has really been paying attention to that. So
yeah,
if those rich kids have any moment of clarity, they'll realize just what the privileged life they're living, and will probably just like, I don't know, start supporting the revolution by funding it for us, or they're just gonna not stand in our way when it comes. Like, I'd hate to be I don't mind being a martyr and all that. So I really hope, but like still, I hope they don't stand in our way, and they should have really realized what the average person has to go through with their predicament.
Yeah. All right. You want to look at the memes?
Yeah, let's take a look at them.
Memes uphold. So this one is Marx, Engels, Lenin, Stalin, Mao, and Ja Rule. Looking pretty good. Living it up. Revolution it up. Okay. Next one. Here's a fake quote by Ja Rule. Today I'm speaking to my brothers and sisters, all of the workers of the world. Comrades, unite. I have struck the first blow against the global bourgeoisie. I have seized their assets and they are prisoners on my island gulag. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have the world to gain. To everybody that be living it up, we say, what? I do. Everybody give it up. So yeah, that was pretty good. We
Right.
What were his other songs? I'm trying to remember. You know you're tired of being lonely, baby girl, put it on me. Thank you for all participating in the Fyre Festival social experiment. Reminds me of those YouTube fake pranks, right? Where they call them, no, it's not a prank, it's a social experiment, right? Where we expose hundreds of millennials who have never experienced true adversity, the hardships facing refugees in foreign countries. This was an eye-opening experience for many of us, and we walk around away from this event with a new perspective of the human condition. Fyre Festival, no refunds.
Right. This was also something I wanted to touch on. Apparently, the alt-right's trying to claim this event for their own, saying they're all spoiled millennial, anti-white people.
Oh, it's ours.
It's like, it's weird.
Sorry,
like, it's, for starters, millennials, just an age group, and I'm willing to bet most of those online alt-righters are millennials, and I seriously doubt age will really affect your perspective on the world or something. And even then, these people are upper class, and as far as I'm concerned, Trump won the upper class vote. And these people are rich because of capitalism. If the alt-right really wants to get rid of them, then they should be anti-capitalist, not supporting the system that lets rich people spend their money on really sketchy shit like this, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
but
sorry, alt-right, you can't exactly claim this. These people are the way they are because of the system you support.
Apparently, on the day that it happened, I remember a poll rated the subreddit for Fyre Festival. They had like all the racist memes.
Oh yeah,
shit on here. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, that sucks.
But there was still some funny memes.
Yeah.
I hope you brought a change of clothes because your eyes are about to piss tears. What? All day special at the restaurant, $12,000. Bread and cheese. Why? Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one here. People have been making comparisons. See, this is why it was a progressive event. People are making comparisons to the refugee crisis. Why Fyre Festival attendees should not be allowed back into the country. I'm not saying I hate these people. I think we should do everything we can to help them, but America comes first. How do we know none of these people have been radicalized? I'm not saying they should be turned away, but we need to seriously step up our screening process for the sake of national security. So many political metaphors can be made from this, I guess.
Pretty much.
What else? Homerland, Trampoline World. Oh, yeah. It's like an episode of Simpsons where Homer made his own. That's pretty funny. Trampoline World. Ford Adventures, just a bunch of old mattresses making Ford. Anyway. So yeah, that was pretty funny. So what else do you wanted to talk about? Berkeley or something, right?
Yeah, because we're all gloating about this thing. It's this whole idea that if leftists are gloating so much about Fyre, we were all messed up about Berkeley and all that because apparently the Antifa won or some shit. And I'm like, people gloat when things go in their favor. People don't gloat when things don't. It's natural. Like, what more do you expect? So yeah, and so that's why I think the alt-right's trying to latch on to Fyre. They don't want us to have our moment of victory and whatnot. The whole Berkeley thing itself, no real comment on it. All I do know is that one girl who got punched became somewhat of a meme for the alt-right. Like, it's their Richard Spencer or some shit, which is actually kind of funny because the girl got beat up by like a really short Nazi and all that. So it was a pretty even fight from what I understand. And then
from what I saw, it was like they said, oh, she deserved to get punched because she said earlier on social media, I'm going to come back with 10 Nazi scalps.
100.
Which was, 100. Which was obviously a joke. It doesn't mean it's okay to assault someone because they make something that's like a joke that's a reference to Inglourious Bastards. Like, come on.
Yeah. I will say this though, if you are anti-fan, you are going to these events, you should expect to get punched or kicked once the situation shit goes down. Like,
Yeah, you should expect it. Sure.
yeah, like I did see some sort of interview from her where apparently she might have lied saying that she didn't see the punch coming or some shit. I don't know if it was edited or something. I can't remember it exactly, but like I don't understand really why everyone's making a big deal out of it too much. I mean, people get punched all the time. I don't understand why the alt-right's thinking it's their victory. I mean, I'm pretty sure a dozen other Antifa got punched that day. I don't understand why they aren't gloating about that. It's probably because of the she got punched because she was a woman thing, which the liberal media is talking about, because, you know, the liberal media still believes in gender roles or whatnot. So I could see maybe that's why the alt-right's gloating about that and not the dozens of other anti-fascists they punched. It really does show how petty they are when it comes to gender issues.
Yeah, they had a lot of straw man circle jerks, like, hey, feminists want to get treated equally? Okay, you'll get punched equally.
Yeah.
Like what?
No one's really complaining. Yeah, like I don't think the left was complaining about the woman getting punched. I mean, liberal media, sure, but that's only because the liberals still believe in gender roles. I think also because turns out she did some porn videos or something where apparently the really disgusting fetish kind. Like,
No, not a disgusting fetish, just well, we won't get into it. But I don't think she didn't do any degrading acts. It's just she is outside the norm of their fucking Aryan, blonde, blue-eyed fantasy. So therefore it's like fucking degenerate or something.
And like here's the thing, they're constantly making fun of her for that, and like I'm not gonna click on her videos because I don't know, fetish shit freaks me out, but like really I'm just saying it's just I'm just saying, okay, you alt-righters continuously masturbate to this kind of thing. Like, if you're gonna start shaming her for like doing weird porn, then I'm pretty sure every alt-right member is gonna be guilty of it. Because have you seen the weird shit the alt-right draws on 4chan and whatnot? They are the ones who need to take a good look at themselves. They're just patting themselves on the back.
At least I'm not fapping the hentai.
Yeah. Oh, dude, not fapping the hentai? What the hell's wrong with you, man? No, but seriously, it's telling. Their gloating is just seeing one random anti-fag girl get punched. Although I do think the liberal media had a role to play in that, because the liberal media was emphasizing the punching a woman thing because, you know, gender roles and all that, while our Schadenfreude is basically seeing an entire class of really wealthy, obnoxious Instagram people basically just know what it's like to live like an average person during the times of great stress.
People wrote a lot about this on the Wikipedia. Look at this. Apparently it's a civil conflict. It lists the sides. Like, this is what they do for civil wars.
Jesus Christ, that's what
do you see this? Civil I love
let me take a look at that. Anarchist groups, okay, they're going to get Kronstadted. No offense, Dan, if you're watching
Anarchists, Antifa, anti-Trump protesters.
Grump.
Okay, hang on. I want to know what these things are. Trump. BAMN, Coalition to Defend Affirmative Action, Integration, and Immigrant Rights and Fight for Equality. Blah, blah, blah. Militant left-wing group. Oh, that's pretty cool. By any means necessary is what it's called.
Huh. Yeah. Oh, and that actually wants me to get to another thing about the Berkeley issue. I mean, it goes to show that the fascists are mad that Richard Spencer got punched, but now they're organizing their alt-night things, and apparently their alt-nights are not only gloating over the fact that they punched some random anti-fag girl who does really trippy, weird shit porn, but they are actually actively promoting clashing with Antifa. In fact, that's how you get in, and no masturbation. I think they're a cult. A cult. Yeah, the alt-night thing that Gavin McInnes is organizing with the so-called base stick men. Apparently, you can't masturbate during their meetings, and you have to.
Wait, this thing here, Fraternal Order of Alt-Nights?
I think.
That's Gavin McInnes's group.
No, Gavin McInnes is the Proud Boys. Bass Stickman
Oh.
leads the Alt Knights. I think they're combining something. You can look it up. It's basically the fascists who are actually promoting being violent first. So,
Oh,
they
yeah,
can't
Proud
exactly
Boys
use the leftist start shit against us. And they're saying no masturbation. These guys are just a goddamn cult at this point.
Return. Okay, I'll look that up.
Yeah.
Oh, look what it has here though on the left side. It says communist groups, liberal groups, ISO.
Okay, liberal groups are not on our side. The liberal groups should be put either under. Okay, they should be put under Berkeley Police Department. Like,
No. Well, I mean, they were on the anti-Trump side, but I just find it funny that the ISO is separate from communist groups. Like, some sectarian made this.
I think it's because maybe the ISO are classified as DemSocs or something.
Well, no, they're Cliffite Trots though. They're unorthodox Trotskyists.
I know, but like the average person, they'll think they're DemSocs because they have no actual knowledge of leftist tendencies. What?
Well, because that's what international affiliation FI. That's not true.
Yeah, ISO, Marxism, yeah, Trotskyism, communism, yeah, Fourth International and all that. But yeah, maybe the communist groups are all the Maoist and Stalinist. Or MLs to be more exact. I'd fight for both, to be honest.
So anyway, that's the left side. So so alt-right groups, conservative groups. So Proud Boys is Gavin McInnes. North American Social Political Advice. Gavin McInnes. For men who refuse to apologize for creating pro-Western fraternal organization for men who refuse to apologize for creating the modern world. I hate it when I'm out in public and these fucking feminists, they're like, apologize for creating the modern world. What the fuck does that even mean? The group takes its name from the show tune Proud of Your Boy from the stage show version of Aladdin.
Jesus Christ.
The fuck? I don't know. I think this might be one of Gavin McInnes' pranks or something. Oh, shit.
Whatever.
Hang on, I want to read the rest of these. This is fucking gold. Okay. So that was Proud Boys. Identity or Europa, that sounds pretty fashy.
Well, Identity.
Yep, I was right. White nationalist group established by Nathan D'Amigo, part of the broader alt-right. ADL and SPLC say they're a hate group, relatively small. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it sounds pretty scary. Oath Keepers. Oh, that's an older one, isn't it? Not on our watch. They're formed under Obama. Far right, anti-government. Oh, so this is like militia movement kind of stuff. Patriot movement and militia movement.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have Redneck Revolt.
Yeah, we have Redneck Revolt. They have this, I guess. Interesting.
Weird shit.
I think that's mostly like ex-soldiers that are in that, I think. White nationalist groups. What are these people? Brittany Pettibone. I never heard of Brittany Pettibone. Far right and conspiracy theorist. Oh, big surprise there. Is it as well as her promotion of conspiracy theories like Pizzagate and white genocide?
Fail.
Yes, I like that they admit that white genocide is a conspiracy theory. Don't let them. It's a real thing. All right, Richard Spencer. And the rest. So Gavin was there. Okay, yeah. And Lauren Southern. And Nathan D'Amigo. That was the leader of one of the other groups. Al Chapman. Milo. Well, that's from earlier. This is like everything that's happened in Berkeley for the past couple of months, I guess. And then Berkeley Police Department, UC Police Department. Okay. Yeah, so This was scheduled after a planned speech by Ann Coulter was canceled. Canceled, sorry. Just because we disagree. Not because we think that, racism is a virus, has to be stomped out. No, it's just because we disagree that we have to shut people up.
Huh.
Stop them from speaking just because we disagree. So yeah, that's about it for the Berkeley protests.
There's one more thing I want to comment on.
Yeah.
It's it's regarding the whole diva thing from Overwatch. For those that don't know, Diva is a character in the game Overwatch. I don't personally play it and whatnot, but I am familiar with the lore and the characters, which I follow a lot. And she's basically having a police skin and whatnot. And this is causing a lot of controversy, especially with the American players of Overwatch, because ACAB and all that, and BLM and all that. And a lot of people are protesting this. I think I've seen photos of Diva in a BLM shirt and whatnot, saying that Diva isn't like that. I'm just gonna be blunt with everyone who's watching this and say that, from what I understand, the entire controversy falls flat if you actually look at who Diva is, because I do believe she did serve in the game lore. She did serve in South Korean military, and that technically makes her an extension of the South Korean capitalist regime already. So, as much as you'd hate to admit it, Diva is reinforcing South Korea's authoritarian capitalist state. And so I sadly believe that her having a police uniform is actually quite fitting of her. And I don't think she'd be on board with the whole ACAB BLM side. And not to mention Diva South Korean. I don't think BLM that matters that much in South Korea. I'm pretty sure there are other South Korean anti-police movements that should be used when drawing the character and whatnot. But again, if you actually know anything about how oppressive regimes work, I think the controversy should have been started a lot earlier, given Diva's military background. So I really hate the gatekeep, but those people really need to brush up on their knowledge on how oppressive systems work. And if they're claiming that's not canon Diva, well, then I'm afraid they don't even know the character if they don't know that bit of history, because hate to admit it, Diva works for the South Korean military. She'd probably be pro-cop, and using BLM is not going to shake up that many South Korean opinions. I think there should be more South Korean movements should be used to address that. But that's just my take on Blizzard's recent controversy, which I think is relevant to us because, ACAB and all that.
Yeah, I just read this reactionary article. I still don't get what this whole thing's about. I don't know. There's a video game character that they're letting you have a police outfit for. Why are people even upset? I don't even get it.
I know. But
this is the kind of thing that the right-wing YouTubers and all those other guys are gonna
make a big deal
jerk about. But it's I heard someone mention this once. I honestly couldn't care less about this.
Whatever.
It's just a bunch of nerds that like complaining about shit, right? And some of them happen to be progressive, so they talk about how it's connected to police brutality, even though it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure South Korean police are pretty much bastards too, because they uphold South Korea's oppressive regime. But unfortunately, a character who's part of the South Korean army will probably be pro-cop, and the controversy should have started way earlier. And again, using BLM like that one piece of fan art that's been going around doesn't work as much because again, it's in character for Diva to be pro-cop and a pig and whatnot. So I think an actual South Korean anti-police movement is going to be 10 times more fitting.
Yeah, I really don't care.
And there's some really cringy stuff because, face it, it's just waifu. I identify with this fictional character, and my life revolves around this fictional character kind of thing. So there are better ways to find police brutality in South Korea. like getting mad that a pig lover character is surprisingly a pig lover is not the answer.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but that's just me.
I don't really mind that much with video games. Like I even played the Call of Duty Black Ops where you kill Fidel Castro's stunt double.
Yeah, but that was the stunt double, and Castro actually owns your ass at the end of the mission, so that's inherently comrade worthy.
He was still pissed about it. Did you see the grandma article? He was like, "Fucking imperialist." He was pissed.
Well, yeah, he was. Well, he should have every right.
He had a right. Yeah,
but the thing is that the way Blizzard wrote it, when you actually play it, Castro gets off scot-free, and at the end, in the game's ending, he becomes a zombie killer. So.
Oh yeah, the zombies at the end.
Yeah.
I loved that cutscene where you started off with JFK. You're like, well, the zombies are coming in.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
How do I?